Hey guys, in this video I wanted to talk about the blanks that Cricut has for basically throw pillows. So if you're wanting to personalize throw pillows for outside or inside your house, this is a great way to do that. So if you have a Cricut Maker, a Cricut Explorer Air 2, or even the Cricut Joy, you can actually use these blanks in order to customize pillows. So I'm going to talk all about the differences between these two, as well as what you can use, including infeasible ink and heat transfer vinyl, so that you have an understanding of overall, like if you're new to Cricut, like what you can expect with these two pillow blanks. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've been using these blanks for quite some time now, and they come in two different colors. There's the white sham versus the cream sham, and I'll go ahead and kind of show you guys what that looks like. It is an 18-inch by 18-inch sham, okay? So when you buy pillow inserts, you want to have it like an inch bigger than what the sham actually is, so that you can get the poofiness of your pillows. So this one requires a 19-inch by 19-inch pillow insert. If you're thinking that you can buy the very cheap $3 to $6 IKEA versions for the pillow inserts, let me tell you that is not going to work for these. Your pillows are going to look frumpy, and so what I'd recommend is I'll link down below to the 19-inch by 19-inch that you can buy a 4-pack for about $27 from Amazon. But overall, the differences between these two products are, one is white, one is cream, and the white one actually has kind of tighter knits inside of them, versus this one has like a bigger weave, but the difference is the color, right? And it's not that noticeable. So this is the white one, and this is the cream one, okay? And both of them are 18-inch by 18-inch. So last year I created a pillow, and this thing sat outside in the sun for basically the entire summer and winter. And so this I use infeasible ink with, and it's kind of faded. So my kids love to watch TikTok on YouTube because I don't let them have TikTok, and so this is what I created. I wanted kind of like a Rae Dunn design, and then basically designed it onto this pillow. And as you can see, it's a bit faded, which is okay, but this is the actual white pillowcase that I got from Cricut. So this is an amazing, it's really high quality, honestly. The weave is great. I don't think that, like, if you bought some off-brand off of Amazon, like, it would do as well as this has done. So as you can see, this pillow is kind of overstuffed a little bit. So do as I say, not as I do. Make sure that you do a 19-inch by 19-inch pillow insert, also known as a pillow form. So you're probably wondering, what are the different options for putting the design on the pillow? So let me kind of go through all of the supplies that I have and make a recommendation to you guys, especially if you're starting new with Cricut. The first one I'm going to start off with is the infeasible ink sheets. Now they come in solids, like a ton of different solid colors, and the pattern colors. And they're basically sheets that you cut with Design Space. And if you don't know what Design Space is, it's a software that comes with your Cricut machine so that you can cut it with the machine. I hope that makes sense. But these are the different types of sheets that it comes with. I think there's some smaller sheets too, but overall they're basically in these boxes. When you take them out, there's like a black wrapper around it. Okay, here's what it looks like when you open it up. So it has this black wrapper to kind of protect the ink, and then the sheets are in there, okay? And what they feel like is actually, it's almost like paper. You see that? It's like paper. Now I actually have vinyl. So this is heat transfer vinyl, which you can also use on these pillows, but this is the infeasible ink, okay? So if you want your pillow to have a design that's basically seamless into the blank, use infeasible ink, whether you're using the sheets or the pens. Let's talk about the pens. So here are the pens that I have, the pen sets that I have, and again, Cricut has a huge line of products, so if you wanted like certain colors, you could buy a smaller pack so you wouldn't have to pay as much for these sets, okay? So this one is the 1.0 millimeter ink pens, and then this is the 0.4 millimeter ink pens. So I just showed you the ink sets, but here is the difference between the tips of these pens, okay? So this one is the 1.0 pen, so it's almost like a marker, all right? And then this one is the 0.4, so it's a little bit more finer. So if you want to basically draw on a sheet of paper and then transfer it to your blank, you can certainly do that. I've had my kids actually use these pens to draw something, and I transfer it onto like a coaster or even a shirt. It's been really, really cute. So I've got some shirts real quick that I wanted to show you. So my kids drew this picture, right, on a sheet of paper with these ink pens, and then we just transferred it onto a shirt. And you can see here, like, that is a seamless design, okay? if you like kind of feel it, like there's no raised bump on this design. Now, if you were to use heat transfer vinyl, which is completely different, you can see here, okay, we made this shirt right here, and you can see that there is like this raised bump because of the vinyl. So the difference with infusible ink is that it basically goes and infuses into the shirts. So this is what the shirt looks like with heat transfer vinyl, and again, the vinyl looks like this, okay? And this is what it looks like with infusible ink. Now, if you want to use the infusible ink patterned, this is what that looks like. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open these so you can see what that looks like. So this is the cream color sham, and again, you can use any of those variations, whether you're using heat transfer vinyl, you're using infusible ink, pens or sheets. You can certainly use any of those to design your project. Normally you can find these on sale for about 40% off, so a really good sale is 40% off, and I'll go ahead and link down below to where my favorite place is to buy these Cricut pillow shams. All right, as you can see here, there's only one pillow that comes with it, so you're paying about $4 to $5 for this pillow. Retails for $9.99, and so you can see here that's how big the pillow is compared to me. And then this is the cream colored one, and obviously you'd want to make sure that you iron this completely so that there is no wrinkle inside of it. And the big thing about infusible ink is you should always have a lint roller. So I actually have a lint roller here that I use for my heat press that I'll show you here in a minute. So what's really important about infusible ink is that before you iron and layer everything on, you'll want to make sure that you use a lint roller to kind of remove all of the debris on it, because any little speck you'll see into the design, because when you're heat pressing the ink into the blank, any little debris, once you like lift the sheet off, it's going to show on the design. Whereas heat transfer vinyl is a little more, I would say, flexible with it. Obviously you don't want like to have a stray hair or something underneath your vinyl because you could probably see it, but it's a little bit more forgiving. But infusible ink unfortunately is not as forgiving, and so you'll see every little line. Alright, so this is how you use it. I don't have it turned on, but I wanted to share with you guys how to use it. I'm not going to show you me cutting the design out, because I think if you follow some of my other videos, you can probably figure out how to design everything. I'll go ahead and link out my favorite designs for throw pillows down below, so that if you don't want to be creative, you can certainly copy someone else's project and then make it your own. So what you do is you want to make sure that whichever way the zipper is facing, obviously when you have this pillow, you want it down, okay? So you'll want to go ahead and place it onto like a flat surface, and if you have a heat press, just put it on the plate, okay? And for infusible ink especially, you'll want to make sure that you have something underneath to kind of catch the like the ink that comes through. So I would recommend putting like a cardstock here. I have cardstock here. Sometimes I'll go ahead and just pull something out just like that, and then just place it here so that the ink doesn't bleed through. Just make sure that it's big enough to cover the 18-inch by 18-inch space here. So once you have the cardstock in here, what you want to do is go ahead and press it for about 5 seconds. The heat settings that you'll want for infusible ink specifically is 385 degrees at 40 seconds, okay? So remember that, 385 degrees at 40 seconds. Again, make sure that you have your cardstock in here, and then you'll want to make sure you iron everything down first, and then you'll want to press it for about 5 seconds just to make sure that everything's clean. Then you'll want to go ahead and take a lint roller and basically remove all the debris from this blank. Once you do that, what you'll want to do is put the design on there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a design real quick. So let's pretend that this is your design. You'll want to put it in there just like that. You'll want to take a butcher paper, or I have Teflon. I'll go ahead and link to this Teflon that I use right here. Go ahead and put it over there, and then you don't want to move it, because if you move it, what's going to happen is your design is going to move. So you'll want to make sure that you're very, very careful when you lift this thing up and down. And then once you do that, you hold it for 40 seconds, and then you take it off, and then you want to peel it when it's still warm. It's going to be super hot, so let it cool for about 20-30 seconds, and then use a tweezer, or use like some of the tools that Cricut comes with in order to remove this infusible ink. And once you do, it'll feel like you're pulling out back paper, so just be very, very careful. Once you do that, your design should be in place and you should be good to go. And just make sure that you take out obviously the cardstock and make sure that nothing bled through. And there you have it. That's how you create a personalized pillow with the Cricut machine. So I hope you guys found that helpful. If you guys want, go ahead and check out my link below to my email newsletter where you can get access to a bunch of free resources, including for Cricut. Once you sign up, you'll get a password via email, be subscribed to my monthly newsletter, and then be able to access like the library of resources where I share a lot of my projects there that you can download for free. So go ahead and check that out. And I know a lot of you guys are asking about my office space, so go ahead and check out that video as well. This room acts as my craft space as well as my corporate 9-to-5 day job where I work remotely from home. So go ahead and check that out. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below and subscribe and click on the like button just to help me and the algorithm. Thanks guys, take care.